out of space. Hi, Lorraine. How are you? How are you? Great, great. So what I'm going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, I've found a way I can make this presentation shorter because what I want to do, I want to engage with you. I want to speak with you. I want to do Q&A. Say what you feel, as long as you don't curse me out, because then I have to find you. But let's go. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Share. Okay, great. Okay, bear with me. Put that over there. Okay, great. And let me get this picture out of the way. Okay, great. So we are here, as you know. I like to say my name is Faith Sloan, affectionately known as Queen Wiki in social media. And we're going to talk about ACOS, okay? And so one of the things, and I'm not going to get into the technical piece of it. You can go and watch one of my videos about technology. We're talking about a new era. We're talking about a new age. We're talking about decentralized finance. We've heard that word battered around, just banter here and there. But what is one of the key things, a couple of key things about decentralization, okay? Getting rid of the pain points. No ownership, right? No one who can tell you what to do. All community consensus. This is what we have here. So let's go on. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. And I'm going to start with, let's see here. I'm going to start with, we're going to talk about how easy it is to get involved. You get that link from the person who got you on this call, of course, and they'll show you how to get involved. Okay. So I'm not going to go into that. So I'm going to tell you guys what we do in terms of the Treasury and minting. The Treasury is an integral part of the ecosystem, right? Minting AS is an integral part of the ecosystem. The Treasury is similar to the United States Treasury, right? Where they make all kinds of decisions and they mint or print dollars, and dollars. Well, we're not doing that. We have a algorithm around it. Depends upon what? Price increases, price decreases. It depends upon all of that. It depends upon liquidity, all kinds of things that's in this protocol, and you can read all about that. There's a lot of burning going on. All kinds of things are going on here. But let's take a look at what you can do once you're on board. You can either buy, we have two products, if you will. One is bonds, one is staking. Within the bonds, we have three sub-products. One is liquidity bonds, one is treasury bonds, and one is burn bonds. Right now, today, we see the liquidity bonds. Next month, we'll see the burn bond and the treasury bonds as well. But they all work the same way. Then on the other hand, the second product is staking, where we have flexible staking and we have long-term staking. So I'm going to talk about both sides of the coin. With the bonds, you can actually say, I want to buy some bonds with my DAI, right? That's your stable coin on the Polygon blockchain. And you can choose 5 days, 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, or 360 days. If you choose to hold on to that bond for 5 days, what you're going to be getting for 5 days, you're going to be getting AS, every day AS, more AS, that's the ACOS token. And you're going to be getting those tokens at a 5% discount, up to 5% discount. As a matter of fact, it could be negative, so be careful. As a matter of fact, in the back office, they'll show you, warning, is this red light going on? You don't want this bond for 5 days because it's a loss for you. So you have to wait, keep your eye on it. The same with the 30 days, up to 10% discount. The same with the 90 days, up to 15% discount. But what I'm seeing today is the 180 and the 360-day bonds, up to 25%, up to 35%. We're getting some pretty good, I think about 11 to 17%. I haven't looked today. Discounts on AS. All of the bonds will operate like that. They just have different purposes. Okay, so now let's talk about the staking. That's the second product. We've got the flexible staking, where you go in, you stake your AS with no time frame. You can stake it for 24 hours if you want. But guess what you're going to make at the end of 24 hours? Zero. You can stake it for 30 days. You can stake it for 2 days. You can stake it for 5. You can stake in the flexible staking however long you want. And then you can pull out what you put in as well as what you earn anytime you like to. But with the long-term staking, which is my favorite, there's no 24 hours, 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, or 360 days. And for that, when you start staking, they give you a little something extra. We call rebase boost. For 30 days, you get an extra 0.04. For 90 days, you get an extra 0.06. All the way down to 360 days, you get an extra 0.09. Okay? So we got these theoretical compound yield estimates. I do have a calculator in the Telegram group under resources or tools. Okay? Let's assume, because what we can earn is you're going to be able to earn between 0.3% every 12 hours and 1% every 12 hours. If you don't touch it, it compounds automatically. Okay? Let's assume that the rebase yield is 0.6% every 12 hours. Per day, that's 2, right? 12 times 2 is 24 hours. Your estimated monthly yield, and I'm not taking into consideration any prices at all, but your estimated monthly yield would be 42.58% if the yield, rebase yield or interest yield is 0.6%. Right now, we're hovering around, I believe, and I haven't been in my back office for quite some time, I believe we're hovering around 0.42. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this chart is assuming it's 0.6%. You look at the estimated annual yield, 6,561%. And this is how much additional AS you will pocket, right? That you will earn. Let's assume it's 0.9%. That would be 71.37% on a monthly basis. $69,000 annual, 69,000 AS, percent AS is your theoretical compound yield estimate, okay? So let's assume you're going to stake 1,000 AS and that the rebase every 12 hours is 0.6%. So here's the compound interest projection. And this is assuming you take nothing out. So you've got a staking period of 30 days. After 30 days, you will have 1,431 AS. After 60 days, you'll have 2,050 AS. 360 days, you will have 74,224 AS on just 1,000 AS outlay. And this is giving us the valuation at $100. Being in that, I don't expect, I'm a realist, I don't expect it to be $100 next month. And so if you look at the calculator that I provided each and every one of you, you can put in whatever numbers you want. I like to look at $30 or $50 or $70. And the numbers are looking pretty darn good in terms of US dollars. Now, this is it for those of you who just want to come in, throw some money in, get your DAI, swap your DAI for AS, and just start staking. But for those of you who want to build a community and come along for this ride and watching the unbelievable growth that we're going to have over, remember, we've only been around about 2 months, 5 days. Okay. So you will be able to participate in a lot more than just the passive guy or gal. We call the first way to earn the resonance reward, where you're going to be able to earn up to 10% up, 10%, 10 generations up and 10 generations down. What do I mean by that? Let's say you bring in one direct referral and you have your AS staking and you have at least staking or bonds, you have at least $100 in holdings in AS. You're going to be able to earn on your person who brought you on board, that's one level up, and the person you bought in, that's one level down. You're going to get 10% on what they're earning every day, every day, every day, every day. Let's say you bring on board 5 folks. You're going to be able to earn 5 levels up and 5 levels down, and you're going to get 2% on that. Okay, while still getting 2% on the 4th level and getting 3% on the 3rd level and 5% on the 2nd level and 10% on the 1st level. But you got to have $500 in holdings. Okay, pretty simple. Let's say, for example, you have $1,000 in AS holdings. Okay. And that's about, right now, it should be about 40. Okay. Or something like that, 40 AS. Okay. And so when you have 10 direct referrals, you're going to be able to earn 10 levels up and 10 levels down in your generations, up and down. So 10 people above you, you're going to be able to earn on them. 10 people below you, you're going to be able to earn on them. That is rather lucrative. 1%, 1%, 2%, all the way up to 10% on your front line. That's the resonance reward. And you get that every day. Okay. Now remember this. If you have $100 and if you have $200 and you got 2 people, direct referrals, and in your downline, you're going to be able to, they call it the downward resonance. You're going to be able to earn down 2 levels. I don't care if they put in $10,000 or $100,000 or $1,000, you earn 5%, right, on all of those guys. Okay, everything that they earn every day, their rebates. But above, you're going to earn 2 above, 2 down. But if indeed above you, they have 10,000, 5,000, 100,000, and all you have is $200, you're not going to be earning on all of that. You're going to be earning on just $200 worth of AS they have in their holdings, right? So that stipulation is only for above, but below, it doesn't matter. There's no cap, okay? Now, let's go up. We're almost finished. We're almost finished, guys. What else we've got for those who wants to build a community? We have something that we call title rewards. Many of you know as rank rewards. You can rank a V1 all the way down to a V12, man, when you're the internal counsel. At V1, you're an awakener. You've got to have a stake, your value, $1,000. And what I want each and every one of you to always pay attention to your back office. Because if you have $1,000 and the price of AS goes down, you may have $990. So you better top up so you don't lose out. Put another $10, $20, $100 in there, right? Because you're going to get price fluctuation. Direct referrals, you got to have 10 on your front line. Many people are bringing in 10 people on their front line. Others are bringing in 5 people and opening up 5 more wallets that they own. If any combination you like, right? 10 direct referrals on your front line. And they're going to look at your small area volume that we call a sub-community, right? And what they're going to do is they're going to look at each of those 10 legs and they're going to say, oh, this one is like jamming, right? It's jamming. We're going to throw that one out. That is your maximum leg. That is your larger leg. But you're still going to earn on it. But for the sake of being ranked, your rank specification, they're just going to look at all of your small legs, combine them, and you must have $20,000 in volume in AS, down there. And you're going to get 15% on everything they earn every single day. Let's go all the way down to V4, the Saint Guardian. You've got to have $3,000 staking. You got to have 15 direct referrals, and your small group, your small area, right? Eliminating the larger guy, the runaway guy and gal. We're going to eliminate them. That's $350,000 in volume. Then you're going to be able to earn 45%. But of course, if you're a V1 and you have a V3 on your team, right? If you're a V1 and you got V1s, yeah, you're fine and dandy. You're going to earn 15%. If you're a V1 and you have a V2, you're going to earn 10%, 25 minus 15. You earn 10%, right? And if you have a V4, you're not going to earn anything there. And people are like, what? Just because my downline is beating me and kicking my butt? Yeah, give you an incentive to catch up with them. But they didn't say that. They said, we're going to give you a little something, something anyway. And what's that something, something? A referral reward. Okay. So you've already reset for 10 people, what have you, 15. But here, all you need to do is refer 1 person. And you're going to unlock a lifetime income with perpetual rewards. You're going to get a 2% title reward. You must be a V1 to V12. Okay. So what they're going to do is they're going to look at all of the folks in your team. And let's say on your first level, right, that there are no ranked people. and you're like, oh man, they just took away one of my generations because I can only earn on 10 generations of titled people. No, they compress that out. And let's say they look on your second level and they found some V1s, right? Or some ranked people. That's your generation 1, okay? And they do the same with, they look at level 3. Do you have anybody there who rank? No, they compress that out. Then they look at level 4. Do you have any? Yes, we do. We got a couple of folks, or maybe one folks. So that is actually your second generation. So they do this compression to make sure that you don't miss out, because sometimes you get in a team where there's no people ranked for 10 levels. And if that's your 10 generations, you get 0. That's not what they do here. They will compress all of those levels out. We'll start with level 11, continue. So you're going to earn 2% of everything that they earn, their daily title rewards. So all of the titled people in your 10 generations, whatever their daily title rewards are, you're going to earn 2%. That's wonderful. Income tax, that's like your withdrawal fee, okay? When you claim, if you claim your principal, if you in stake, you don't pay any fees. You don't pay any income tax. You don't pay any withdrawal fees, okay? But for your rebates and all of your bonuses, you're going to see a window that pops up that says, do you want it in 5 days? Do you want it in 10 days? Do you want it in 15 days? Or do you want it in 20 days? If you choose 20 days, you only pay a 1% withdrawal fee or income tax. You want it in 15 days, you pay 5%. You want it really fast in 5 days, 15%. But I want to get this clear. When they say 5 days, it's not like you have to wait to the end of 5 days to get all of your claimed rebates and bonuses. On day 1, you're going to get 20% of it that you can pull out and put in your wallet. Day 2, you get 20%. Day 5, you get 20%. That's 100%. That's how they do it. It's distributed evenly amongst the cycle. 10 days, it'll be 10% a day. 10 times 10 is 100%, right? 15 days, do the math. 20 days, 20 times 5 is 100, right? If you say I want it for 20 days, on the first day, you get 5% that you can withdraw, right? Second day, another 5%. The 15th day, another 5%, etc. So they don't just hold it to the end of that selection cycle. But what do they do with this income tax? Well, they take 50% of the global income tax in the community. And what they're going to do is they're going to help out some folks, help out the community, because they see that you're taking the initiative to work and build a community. You're V1, you're going to get part of this, that 50% of the income tax. You're V2, you're going to get part of it. You're V3, V4, you're going to get a part of that. And it comes every 15 days, every 15 days. So of that 50%, the V1s get 40%, V2s 30%, V3s 20%, V4s 10%. That is the reward ratio. People say, well, why are they paying the V4s less than the V1? Because there's going to be more people in V1. So they're going to be sharing a percentage of the 40% pie. Not as many are going to be V4, right? We know that. Then what about the V5 and the V6 and the V12? Now they're rich already. They don't need any more. This is for those people who see the light, who see the vision, who wants to be awakened by what we have here in this community. You're going to be rewarded every 15 days on that income tax 50% bucket. Service award. The service award, you notice I never talk about if a guy or gal comes in for $1,000 or $10,000. We don't earn on that. Doesn't make sense, right? We earn on daily earnings. That's what we earn on, with the exception of the service award. And many people won't be in this bucket. So the project won't die because there's so many people taking a bunch of money. No, that's not how it works. So what happens is, let's say you're V1 through V12. You got to be titled. You've got to be ranked, first criteria. Second criteria, you've got to have 180 or 360-day stakes going on, okay? Or bonds and or staking in bonds, right? You got to have that. And the person that you bring in also have to have 180 days or 360 days bond and or staking going on. Okay, so you met those two criteria. The third criteria is that they don't come in having AS in their wallet, then they come in, right? And then they stake the AS. What they must do is come in with DAI. This is why I tell everybody to tell people to put DAI in their wallet. If people are doing exchanges with you or what have you, or they just go to the market and buy the AS, that won't count. What you want to do is give them DAI. Tell them to buy DAI. And then they bring that, they have that DAI in their wallet. They click on swap in the back office. When they click on swap, they're going to swap their DAI for AS. Now you qualify for that 5%. We're not going to catch them all, especially if you're building large. But if you're doing onesies and twosies, you can direct them to do it in that way. And let's replicate that way. So what is so advantageous about ACOS versus the other Olympus DAO-based protocols? We had a global fair launch. Many of the other protocols, they gave John, Judy, their mama, the team, the devs, the leaders, a bunch of tokens. And what they do with those tokens, as soon as the price goes up, it happened in Olympus DAO, went up to $1,300. Olympus DAO been around for 4 years. They're on version 3.0. They're not affiliate marketing or network marketing based. Went up to $1,300, and what happened? Boom, right? There's another deal, I won't say any names. They did some of the same things. Okay, we'll talk later, or you can look at some previous videos where I talk about the technology of the RBS, or the range bound, right? Range bound system that helped with the pricing, depending upon the market forces, depending upon the Treasury and the liquidity. So we had a global fair launch where they sold nodes. And all of the nodes were 360 days. Nobody got a bag of tokens. They did the 100% black hole destruction of the Genesis LP. What is that? All of the folks, we had $6 million worth of nodes were bought. $6 million. They took 100% of that, put it into liquidity pool, and burned all of the LP tokens. They're gone forever. So in essence, they threw away $6 million that nobody can ever get back. We were like, whoa. Okay, and so those are some of the things that differentiates ACOS from many of the others. Okay, and that's it. And so what I'm going to do, let me take a look at my clock here. Oh, 25 minutes. Whoa. Okay, and so we got a chat here. Yeah. So anyone have any questions? Oh, I got a Q&A here. Hello, Queen. Mariette. Okay. Answer live. Done. Okay. Any Q&A, any questions? It's open up. Open up. I don't care what it is, as long as it's about ACOS. You know, questions, concerns, confusion, anything. Please type and or raise your hand. Raise your hand. I'll unmute you. Type and I can read it. If not, we could call it a day. Because there are some things I would love to talk about, but I won't unless you ask me. I'll wait a bit for you. I'll wait a bit. I don't see any hands raised. Okay. No Q&A. Chat. No chat. Man, you guys are really tired today. What time? This is Tuesday. It's not Monday. Gina Smith. Here we are. View. Gina Smith, where is she? Here she is. You're on, girl.
Hey, woman.
Hey.
Thank you so much for all you do, Faith. We really appreciate you. Okay, I would like to chat about what happened today. You knew I was going to do that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Bring it on.
Okay. All right. So yeah, with the token, you know, people sold a lot. Now it's going back up. So can you just share that with me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I believe with the RBS, I believe the ceiling, not the ceiling, the floor is about $19 to $20. And people were definitely, thank you, Seabass, people were definitely taking their buckaroos out because there's a new project that's out there and they wanted to meet that deadline and get nose over there, which is okay. It's just quite okay. And we're going to have that. One of the things I ask people, I say, you want volatility, right? because a lot of people say it's just ranging between $24 and $26. I said, well, that's good because we just started. We're trying to build liquidity, right? That's the whole key right now, not price action. And so what happens is I asked the question, so you want volatility. You want it to zoom all the way up. You embrace volatility on the upside, but then you bitch and moan with volatility on the downside. You can't have both. Now, we don't have that volatility. It's still within the range, right? And so when people are pulling out, when they're extracting, what's going to happen is the price is going to go down. We've got the Treasury, and we've got the range bound system, and we got the liquidity. They work hand in hand. They start buying and selling, depends upon what's going on. So it goes down to $19, $20. Okay, now it's creeping back up. It's creeping back up. So I'm happy with how it was remedied, but I think that, okay, I'm just gonna be blunt.
Good.
I think that it has a lot to do with some rumors that are going around. It was brought to my attention. People are passing around they just love to attack Akash. Remember when they attacked Akash saying there was a wallet drainer and all these other things and nobody really checked? They just passed around the image until I checked and I just proved everything. There's an image going around saying that Binance has frozen the wallets. What is it? Oh, let me show. I'm going to share my screen and then I'm going to share the truth.
Okay.
It's really, really hilarious. So let's go here. I got the truth versus the lies. Let's see. Okay, let's go with fake first. I'm gonna open that baby up.
I just love her. Oh, I'm not muted. I was talking to my husband. Whoops.
Let me see here. Are we open? Okay, let me open this. Let's open. Oh, here we go. Let's open this up. Give me a little time here. I just have fun with people. And what I'm going to be doing is more training of people, not only on technology, but on how not to believe what people say. So let me share my screen. Let's share this screen. It was hilarious when I read it. And I'll tell you what you should have done when you read it. Okay, so let's share the screen. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. So, oh, where we go? There it is. Okay, great. So I received this. You guys see this?
Yep.
Okay, chatgpt, which is not right because I can tell it was edited. But in any case, Binance takes major action to freeze Akash dial addresses involved in fraud cases. Doesn't even sound like Binance. Ponzi scheme reaches a key turning point. These funds were illegally obtained through Akash dial scams. Blah, 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 blah. This move marks a critical turning point in a month-long fraudulent scheme and also brings new hope for victims seeking to recover losses. I don't think we have any victims. According to the disclosed information, the frozen addresses involve funds exceeding 12,000 Ethereum. We don't use Ethereum. Approximately 280 million RMB. I think RMB, is that a currency for Singapore? I'm not quite sure. There's no ETH involved here. These funds were illegally obtained by criminals, blah, 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 blah. Now, let me show you the truth. I went to ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT 5.0. I'm a premium member. And so let me go to Akash and let me go to Real. So I go to ChatGPT. Let me open this baby up. Control plus, make that big so you can see it. Hey, I said, ChatGPT, my man. I like to talk to him late at night. I use ChatGPT 5, and you'll even see I've got a ChatGPT link up there, which they don't. And I said, is there any credible evidence from Binance freezing wallets with addresses associated with Akash dial? And this is what ChatGPT said. I couldn't find any credible evidence or reports indicating that Binance has frozen wallet addresses associated with Akash dial. See, they even know ACOS. It says, or ACOS/AS token. My searches on Binance's official announcements, major crypto news outlets, and broader web sources did not reveal any such actions. It's possible the query refers to a misunderstanding or confusion with the term freeze. And then they start talking about freezing in general has been done in the past. That's it. That is it. And so what we're finding here, just like the initial attack, we're finding that people are passing things around without checking. It's equivalent to somebody calling you up and say somebody stole your car. And the first thing you do is you call up your friends, you call up the police. All you do is look out the window. Your car is right there. And so what I did, instead of embracing what was sent to me, I went to chatgpt. ChatGPT, is this real dude? What's up? Right? Go to Binance. Look at their headlines. This is what we need to start doing more of. And I also believe that the price decreased also because of that. People got scared. They didn't do any research. Oh, no, you can't scare me out of my finances. No, I'm going to look. Okay. So did I answer your question?
You
She's
sure
going back
did.
up.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I've got a Q&A, then I'll get back to the chat. Please add me to Telegram. No, Ann Fred, you add me to Telegram. Okay. I can't copy and paste here. Okay. Answer live. Done. You add me to, I'm Queen Wiki. One word. At Queen, Queen, Wiki. But I advise you to go to the group because I don't like to do private conversations with people and their teams and stuff like that. So here we go. Environmental price drop just addressed. Okay. All I can say is thank you. Thank you, Seabass. Barbara, I have a claim button on in my flex statement. Do I claim that or just leave it alone? You can do whatever you want. If you claim it, you're taking it out and it no longer compounds, okay? Right? If you claim it, you take that out and that piece no longer compound, but it continues compounding as long as you don't take everything out. I believe that the flexible staking, you can take everything out, you get your capital back and you get what you've earned thus far. And you can walk merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream, right? Do whatever you want with that. Get into the long-term staking or buy some bonds with it. Trish T, you're earning compound interest on that amount as it's added to your principal. So don't claim on stake unless you don't want it to compound. Oh, you're responding to Barbara. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Okay. Barbara, thank you. So it looks like everybody was looking for that price thing. Everybody was looking for that controversy. There's no controversy here. I've dispelled it all. And I want you to start doing it. I want you to start doing that. Somebody tell you something. You don't even know these people online and you run with it. You just run like the wind. No, go check. Go check. Go check. And ChatGPT actually responds according to your prompts. Some people don't know how to ask questions, but that one is just a complete fraud. And it has to be from a competitor. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
I don't know which one, so I can't make any assumptions, but definitely a complete fraud. Thank you, Trish T. I have a hint who it is, but I don't care. Who cares? Let's keep moving. I think we all can exist amicably. We all really can. Many of us, I didn't get into the old one because I retired and I took 7 months off and I'm chillaxing, having a glass of wine, having some ice cream, you know, eating some pasta out there in the heat, people watching. That's what I was doing, watching YouTube videos. I'm learning about tech and listening to what's going on around the world, the crazy world we have. That's what I was doing. And I heard about one deal. I'm not particular about it, Citralize. And I said, no, I can't do that one. Then I heard about ACOS. I did my analysis. I came out of retirement. Here I am.
We're so happy you did.
Here I am. Thank you very much, Gina. Anyone else? Okay, I got a Q&A here. Oh, somebody writing stuff in the Q&A. No, don't write it in the Q&A. Write this. Let me see if I can copy it. This is the group link. Copy. Yeah, don't put it in the Q&A. Put it in the chat where everyone is. Okay, because I think I get the Q&As only. So I'm going to put that in the chat. I think someone else did as well. let me say everyone, and this is the link to the group. Okay, boom. Okay. Yes, Jacob, check for the truth from verifiable sources. Verifiable, so the image is not a verifiable source. But I'm going to sign off if there's no more questions or comments. I hope everyone feels better about that. But we're adults, guys. We learn to use critical thinking and not be sheeple. I'm anti-sheeple. Sheeples, they run into a brick wall, as the other guy veers off. The one that's leading you veers off the other way. He's safe, you're not. Okay, with that said, let me stop the recording first and give people a little more chance. Are you sure you don't stop recording yet?